We're back live at CPAC. John Bachman here at National Harbor, Maryland, just across the river from Washington, D.C. And right now I'm joined by Alabama Senator Tommy Tuberville. Senator Tuberville, great to be with you.
Call me Coach.
All right, I'll call you Coach. I'll be happy to call you Coach. A legendary football coach, Ole Miss, Auburn, other places as well. So we're just going to talk about SEC football. No, I'm kidding. But I do want to talk about sports with you and what you're working on right now to protect Title IX in women's sports.
Yeah, protect the Women and Girls in Sports Act. We've got to do something. You know, the crazies on the left, the really progressives, you know, obviously they're pushing transgender boys, non-biological girls to play in women's sports. And since 2003, they've won 28 NCAA championships, transgender boys. It is unfair, it's unsafe, and it's wrong. And we've got to find some way to stop it. You've got some Democrats on the left, they're scared of the progressives, those hard-nosed activists. They're afraid to go against them, and we can't get anything passed. And so you know dang well that they're not for it. But we're going to fight it, and we're going to fight it hard because girls need the opportunity to play and play in a fair game.
At a certain point, though, you have to think that these Democrats become more concerned about the voters than the special interest groups, because parents all over the country are waking up to this. We hear the testimony now. Riley Gaines, the University of Kentucky swimmer, she'll be speaking here at CPAC. They talk about how much these sports mean to them, and you read the statistics: preventing juvenile pregnancies among women, self-esteem issues. This is the antidote for social media, women's sports.
You brought up the key to the answer here, John. Parents.
Parents, yeah.
Parents have to get involved. Run for school board. Get involved in your schools. But you're exactly right. You know, since 50 years of Title IX, girls' sports participation have increased 600%. It's the best thing the federal government has ever done. And now the left is trying to destroy it. And like you said, all kind of moral problems happen when you destroy sports, no matter whether it's girls or guys. I mean, we need sports for this country. It's the only thing we really have left for discipline, and they're trying to destroy it from inside out.
So let's talk about the Senate. Last night, unanimously, the U.S. Senate voted to release this classified intelligence on the COVID lab leak. Y'all don't do a lot of stuff unanimously. Tell us about what brought us to this point.
Well, you know, on the right, you know, the Republicans, everybody's got a clear mind, and we pretty much work for the American people, but there's still different views. It's hard to get people on the same page. Same thing on the left. Some of them still work for the American people, but a majority of them work for the activists, as you said. They work for a special interest group that tries to push an agenda, a woke agenda that pulls away from America. They hate free speech, they hate Constitution, they hate education. And that's one thing that I will tell you, and that's what I came from for 40 years. If we don't get involved in education and straighten that out, America, as you and I know it, will not last very much longer.
So what do you like better, the locker room or the U.S. Senate?
Well, I really enjoyed coaching because, let me tell you, coaching is a lot of fun. You see a quick success, whether you win or lose. You see kids do good, get better, enjoy life. It's really slow. It's frustrating, and being in a minority since I've been here, you know, in the Senate, you know, we've been in a minority. It's hard. You get kicked in the teeth every day, but you got to learn to get back up and go again, and that's what we're doing.
They do call it the world's most deliberative body for a reason, right?
Yeah.
And you know, are you endorsing anybody yet? In the since we have a presidential campaign going.
I'm 110% behind Donald Trump, and I'm going to tell you why. I've got to know him well. I watched what he did. I watched how he stood. Now, he took the job and got elected. It'd be like you taking over the New York Jets. Who you hire? Well, he ended up hiring a bunch of people that were pushed on him from the swamp. He eventually got everybody out, moved them around, got the people he really needed to run the country. He knows what he's doing. We don't need somebody to come here as a rookie to kind of work their way around. John, when President Trump gets reelected, he knows how to hit the ground and run. And if we don't get somebody like that, 2 or 3 years of experimenting with somebody new, we're going to have huge problems that we will never be able to dig out of the hole.
Well, today, the CEO of Newsmax, Chris Reddy, is going to be speaking here today. I'm sure you know about our struggle with AT&T, the censorship. We're trying to stand up for free speech. You know, there's been talk of some committee hearings over on the House side. Give us your thoughts on where things stand right now.
Well, there's going to be a lot of hearings on free speech, and of course, you guys are one of them. You have different activist groups that want just one thing to be said, one thing to be heard. This country was built on people being able to talk and say what they want to say within limits and be heard. And it's just, it's mind-boggling to me how a group can come in and say, well, Newsmax, you know, their ratings are not high or they're not making enough money. Wait a minute. Y'all got a lot better ratings than a lot of these people, and they're not being censored. So it's wrong what they're doing. DirecTV, totally against it. They better watch what they're doing, because we do have a little power up here, and we'll go after them. We'll look at everything we possibly can. We need free speech. We need different opinions. We need people to communicate. If we don't have that, we're not going to have the country that we have.
AT&T has a lot of government contracts. They got to think a big deal with FEMA and their phone service. You know, and we also have those 2 Democratic members of the House writing a letter, basically pressuring them to take off conservative outlets. We got to put a stop to this, and we got to stand up for free speech.
If we don't have 2 sides, we're not going. You have to be able to compete. You got to be able to compete, and of course sometimes you wonder why people say things. But again, that's what this country is good for. It gives you that chance.
Democrats, Republicans got to scrimmage and then take that out onto the field and beat our adversaries, right?
Exactly.
Well, Coach, honored to meet you. Thanks for being with us, spending some time with us.
Even though you are a Bulldog.
Yes, I am. I can't deny that. Great to see you.